All right, we got Drewz Viewz here, back for a little Anime Monday, reacting to that anime on Monday. And today it's Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 9. It's Drew and Eric reacting Brotherhood. Not episode 9, but I don't know what episode we'd be on by now. But episode 9 of Fullmetal. How's it going, Eric?
What's up, buddy? Hey, we can do this. There were 38 episodes of Uchino plus the movie, which we broke into two, so it's episode 49.
Wow, look at that quick math. I guess I was thinking, did we do any anime reactions before that? But I guess we didn't really. No. So yeah, all right. Episode 49. That's a big up. You know, it's usually 49 is the one people try to get to in anything. It's like the big milestone. So
Yeah,
we're there.
50-year paper anniversary or whatever.
Yeah. Well, this is not on paper. We're over the video as usual. And we're creating some feelings today. Because that's the name of this episode. Well, created feelings.
That is what I've been doing, training AI. I got nothing.
Okay, I was going to say, you're associated with all this AI I'm hearing about these days.
Absolutely not, never.
No, you're doing an automail building course, right? You're going back to school for that?
Yeah, I'm taking
Automail
the
mechanic?
automail boot camp, and then I'm going to try to get a job making front-end automail.
Sweet. Well, that could come in handy by the end of this series, because if we show up with some sweet automail, maybe we'll get some more viewers. I don't know.
I like to think if my body were half metal, I would be a bit more of a big deal.
Probably, yeah, I would think. Also, I know you're going to be the mechanic, it seems like, so I really should, you should make it for me, I'm thinking.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'll just be hot
So,
or whatever.
you'll be the winnery, essentially, and I'll be the Edward.
Yep.
Yeah, which means you will be hot, yeah, probably.
Out of your league, at least.
Exactly. So what do we think these feelings are on the real tip here? What's this episode going to be about?
Finally going to learn about lust and envy and gluttony, right? That's
Perhaps. I mean, we saw two of the three of those that you just mentioned at the end of last episode.
it. But we didn't learn about them.
No, they doubled down on the talk about Edward being a sacrifice and an important piece. They want him alive. He asked what they're talking about. They obviously didn't tell him or us, the viewer. He was in the 5th laboratory. They blew it up, but Envy took him out of there so he didn't get killed in the explosion. But prior to that, Ed and Al separately were fighting with what actually turned out to be 3 guys and 2 bodies.
Barry the Slicer, I think.
Barry the Slicer was fighting with Al, yeah. So they were all like Al, and essentially suits of armor equivalents. Their bodies aren't there anymore. Souls are alive with the mark that Al has. And the Chopper, I believe, Barry the Chopper. Yeah, you loved that name. You thought it was the most creative thing you've heard of in a while. You were going on about that last time.
It's really the name that caused me to stop writing, because I'll never come up with anything so brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. You threw out your anime spec script in the trash, and you enrolled in that automail course. So that's
right.
The backstory. But so the Chopper was doing some psychological warfare on Al as well, right? Do you recall that?
Yeah. So he gave that middle distance look at the end of the episode to be like, still wondering about that thing he said. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Basically saying that Ed is not his real brother. We just created Al, and he wasn't a real boy. And then Ed was fighting one guy, but it was really 2 brothers in one new body here that were also more serial killers, I think. They were all basically killers. Were basically the jail next door executed, or what should have executed, but instead turned them into this. So also the guy, that Joker-ish guy, we got a quick glimpse of him in the jail next door again last time at the end. What do you think? Are they gonna do they have plans to turn that guy into one of these things as well, or something like that, do you think?
Oh, that's interesting. Yes?
Well, we'll find out. We did notice that he has the he I noticed the show when I was editing the video back again. I didn't necessarily notice it exactly when we watched it. I mean, I remember from watching the show before, but they pan in on his like hands, and they're separated, like they're basically locked together because on the palms of his hands he has the alchemy tattoo, like basically tattooed on there. So if he puts his hands together, he's like an automatic weapon. So I thought that was interesting. Anyway,
That's insane. They're gonna turn him into Wrath or something.
yeah. So you think they might turn him into one of these? You don't think there's a Wrath already then, essentially, or is there one that'll die and get replaced or something?
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I couldn't guess. Maybe?
Well, you don't have to guess right now. Let's watch the episode here. Maybe we'll get more information on that. Maybe we won't. Who knows? I don't remember exactly what happens in this one either, based on the title. So
I think I might.
You might. Okay.
I'll know soon whether we're caught up.
Okay, whether we're caught up right with where you watched to. I think this could be the last one you've ever seen. So let's find out. Let's do it. And these guys were named like they just had numbers for names, like 48, I think.
Laboratory.
I don't remember what the number for the chopper was.
Fight. Hal's opponent, 66, plants suspicions in his mind. Boy's biddable puppet.
Which is the same way that they made the other guy. Which is why
Looks like
Barry
he messed it
the
up now,
Chopper
huh?
knew to say that.
Laboratory.
Guess so.
Well, it,
Somebody blew up the
Right,
building
these
and there's
guys.
nothing left of it now.
Base bunnies?
They wiped out everything!
Are they base bunnies? Because maybe I don't exactly get what the term means. I thought base bunny was like a desk person, is it not?
I mean, I could be using it wrong. It just seems like they fill that same kind of role that the Hyuga and the ladies fill in.
You acted like a selfish child. You only escaped with your life because you were lucky. You can lean on other people. Like us. Not all adults are the enemy. You can trust us.
Classic anime edgelord shit.
that's all.
Forgive our abusive words and conduct, sir. It will not happen again.
Is he still their superior?
I should be apologizing. I had it coming. What's got you two so scared of me?
State-certified alchemists carry a military rank equivalent to that of a major.
What about the major, who is both a major and
You don't
a
have to talk to me
state-sanctioned
like I'm a
alchemist?
high-ranking officer.
Really?
That's why they're really scared of him.
I guess we were scared of the brat for nothing.
Yeah, just quickly.
Alphonse got his own lecture earlier, but I was the one who did the slapping.
Oh, get you the short straw on that one.
I almost forgot. I have an even less pleasant lecture in store for me today.
And we're back.
Hello, Rockbell Prosthetic Limb Outfitter. Since when do you ever bother to call us? Is something wrong?
Yep.
Yeah. Do you think you could make a service call out to Central for me? My right arm's messed up again.
There we go.
Nothing, just talking to myself. So, what were you doing when the arm stopped working?
Fighting for my life.
I was in a really rough fight.
You did it again!
Are you there? Hello, Winry. Sorry again, and thanks.
You didn't tell her how to get there.
Oh, just take the
was that
train.
your
I mean,
girlfriend?
My girlfriend, no way!
Did his wound open up?
a lot of times in anime
you
they do
doing?
like a
Sitting there in
bleed
the
out the
dark
nose
by
thing,
yourself?
and I guess that's a riff on
Must
that.
be.
Al!
Brother,
You know you can come to the room, right?
Al wants to be alone right now, dog.
I'll be there in a little
Just
while.
wondering if he's a puppet.
You go on ahead.
What are the odds?
Are you sure you're not a puppet created by your so-called brother?
The answer is no.
Right.
That left me
Henry's
really
in the
sore.
big city.
I don't understand how Ed and Al can write on these things. It said to look near the west exit.
They gave her a second outfit, which anime don't often do.
Recognize right away.
It's a traveling fit.
Armstrong, it's Winry! Where are those stupid Elric brothers?
The hospital? What happened?
He told you.
You're gonna charge me an express service fee now, aren't you?
I won't charge you for this. I didn't do a good enough job on your automail last time.
It's not your fault. You can't blame yourself for this. Your repairs were flawless as ever. This was all my fault.
I never noticed that I forgot to put in that screw.
Besides,
course
if
it
my
is.
arm had broken when it did, I would have kept fighting, and then I would have been hurt even worse.
Yeah, that's comforting.
So it turned out all right?
All right, wasn't my fault at all.
Back to
Sweet.
business, shall we? I'll have to charge you the usual rush order fee, of course. You didn't drink your milk.
That's his cow's milk is disgusting.
You're going to be small and stunted forever if you keep using that stupid excuse!
Winter doesn't want a short king, man.
Yeah, this is really outdated. We love our short kings.
Yeah, you want the girls to like you, don't
Oh,
you?
that's right.
I don't
Yeah,
get
the
it.
chopper
Girls been
also
acting
said,
really
because
weird
Al
lately.
brought up last time, what about like other people that know me, like Winry and Granny, and he was like, well, they're in on it too.
Yep.
Seems like something's been bothering him.
This Beauty and the Beast ass music.
It kind of is, yeah. He's
Are you
brooding
sure
like
you're
the
not a
beast
puppet
right now.
created by your so-called brother.
It's another classic anime thing where you look at a mirror so hard that it breaks.
Feels good to have it back. Wow, thanks a lot.
Is it true you brought a pretty blonde girl into your room to service you?
The perfect way to say that.
Mechanic,
Keith.
that's all, nothing more.
You've seduced your mechanic, have you?
Ah, that isn't what I set it up.
Hayes Hughes, I'm pleased to meet you, young lady.
Nice to see you, Hughes. But don't you have work to do?
Nope, it's all under control.
You're a real jerk, aren't you?
Oh yeah, and I think you'll be happy to know. I just found out you and Al shouldn't need to be kept under guard for too much longer.
How much trouble have you gotten yourself into this time?
Well, it's nothing that concerns you.
Why, it's not like you'll talk to me anyway. Fine, I'll see you tomorrow.
Come on, no need for that. Why don't you spend the night at my place?
Really?
Yes, of course. My
Don't do
wife
it.
and daughter will be delighted to have you.
He loves opening that B&B
Here, let me take that.
and dragging people around.
Happy birthday, Alicia!
It's a good looking cake.
I'm so glad you asked that, Miss Winry. Today happens to be my darling little Alicia's birthday!
You couldn't figure that one out from
exciting.
context
How old are
clues
you
when
now?
Well, she's just a simple country mouse.
Guess so.
They must give you plenty to worry about.
That's an understatement. When they finally came back for a visit, it was because Ed's arm was all busted up. And now he calls me out here because he's been seriously injured again. They keep their mouths shut, though. They don't ever tell me what's going on.
Maybe nothing needed to be said. It's possible they thought you'd understand without them saying anything.
Maybe. But there are some things that I actually need to be told.
You don't
In
know
general,
her.
men prefer to let their actions speak instead of words.
But he's a daddy.
Not if they can help it. They don't want anyone to worry about them. Even so, there may come a time when they'll ask for your help. Know that you'll be there for them. Isn't that enough?
Alicia, we want to play. Let's go.
Down you go.
Hey, you get away from her. Alicia wants to play with me, not you.
You're already, isn't she?
She picked
No.
Come on, Alicia. Go away.
Listen up, boys. You try anything with my daughter, and you will answer to me.
Sure you have to go. You're more than welcome to stay with us for as long as you're in town. Alicia's gotten very attached to you.
The two of you could be sisters.
Sissy, come back and visit me real soon.
It looks like I found myself a little sister.
So we meet again, you little bastard.
Brother, you have a living body that needs nourishment.
Milk doesn't do that.
Drink it.
It's not for people.
I don't have to if I don't want to.
Well, I guess when you're younger than that it
But
is.
everyone still calls me a pipsqueak.
I agree. Milk is for children.
You've got such a big body now.
Not like I asked for this body,
Here we go. Fight, fight, fight,
You're right.
fight.
It's my fault that it happened. I'll get you back into your real body. You'll see, Hal.
That's what you always say, but you don't know that for sure.
Believe me, Hal. I'll do it.
How am I supposed to believe anything when I'm
Get his
stuck
ass.
in this body? Memories are just scraps of information that can be made up as easily as anything else. Do you remember when you said there was something you were afraid to tell me? I think I might know what it was. Soul and my memories are really artificial constructions you created. You, Winry and Granny, have been lying to me all along, haven't you?
Is that what you really think? If you believed that all this time? So are you finished? Or is there more you wanted to say?
Don't go. Al, you.
Lucky you don't have a real body now.
Where did that come from?
It's gonna be a flashback.
You idiot!
It's all my fault. He can't eat anymore. He can't sleep there, and I'm supposed to protect him, and I did this.
Al isn't the type of boy who would resent you for this.
I'm too afraid.
Gotta love a granny whose name is Granny.
And then, you idiot,
Aren't they all?
who would ever do something like that? You create a fake brother. All the two of you have left is each other.
And you win.
Go get your brother. Start running. Right.
You know something, Al? We haven't had a good fight in a while.
Hey!
Why would you kick the metal man with your human foot?
Brother.
Just so your foot can become even stronger, I guess.
I beat you. First time I ever won.
It wasn't a fair fight, brother.
Don't give me that. A win is a win, and you know it, Al. Now that I think about it, we fought over some really stupid things, haven't we?
Who would get the top and bottom bunks?
Yeah. Toy, you remember?
I won that one. In that fight we had during our training,
Teacher said we were being too loud, then she beat us up herself.
even fought over which one of us would marry Winry someday.
What? I don't remember that one.
How have you already asked her to marry you? You're 13.
I didn't get it.
I'm doing alright for a 15-year-old with a wife and a baby.
You're telling me that all those memories are lies?
Well, I guess little kids do stuff like that, don't they?
It's a lie, too?
No, it's not a lie.
That's right. We're gonna keep pushing forward. We'll make ourselves stronger, faster, and better until we get our bodies...
Absolutely no milk.
Fine, I'll drink a little.
Mr. Hughes, maybe you don't have to hear something out loud, but it sure is helpful sometimes.
I guess it is.
There he is.
Oh God.
Is it Scar without the scar?
Who are you?
It's the Joker.
Where are my manners? I should have introduced myself. I'm a state alchemist sent here by the military.
Hey, you're awake!
In a slum outside of East City, you're among friends now. I'm a man of Ishvala, just as you are, son. There's nothing to worry about here.
Are there other Ishvalan survivors?
Yes, indeed there are, to our ancestral home. But you know what they say, the world is God's bosom, our great loving god Ishvala.
You can't, you're not ready. We found you floating in the sewers. You were hurt bad.
Right arm, did I lose it or is it still with me?
Yeah, it's still there, mister. It should be fine. It's really amazing.
Yes. It's important to me. A precious gift from my family.
Alright, is there a bonus scene? I don't think so. No. Okay.
Drewz Viewz.
Oh, scene with Scar at the end there. What do you think's up with that tattoo?
It's where his magic comes from, right?
Guess so. He said his family gave it to him. I think it means his literal family.
I think probably his older brother that he was mentioning is the one with all the power. And then so when he died, he had to get the tattoo.
Right, he did mention the brother. So there are other Ishvalan survivors we learned there. It seems like they know who he is, Scar is, because they said they're not going to betray him or something. Interesting. And we didn't actually see, other than that kind of flash from Scar's memory, we didn't see lust and gluttony this time around.
Right.
But we did get a lot of created feelings, didn't we?
Yep.
We got a lot of Hughes as well, the Hughes family. The daughter had a birthday. Winry got involved there. She's becoming friends with the family.
Big girl dad hours.
Her and Hughes did a little shimmy dance of cuteness. They had a heart-to-heart talk as well. And yeah, they got... So what the thing that Ed was saying was, or was going to say was, do you blame me or whatever? So then that's basically what... So it wasn't something completely... For a second I was trying to remember the other episode we watched. Is it just going to be something innocuous or like a red herring? But it was like a legitimate thing, I guess.
Right.
Character-wise. So the brothers were basically at a fight, but they got back together, stronger than ever, would you say?
I mean, yeah, of course they did. There's clearly just going to be no personal conflict in this show that can't be resolved with, like, characters saying their feelings directly at the camera, so that's fine.
Okay. It sounds like you're still not happy about that, though.
No, I mean, I'm locked in, we're doing this. That shit's really annoying. Stuff like that is part of why I liked Utena so much when we did it, you know?
Can you elaborate more on that?
Yeah. They left more to wonder about, and they let things simmer in a way that the show's just not gonna. And they didn't go out of their way to explain every character's internal monologue to you like you were a baby.
That's true. I mean, one could argue maybe that it went the other direction a little bit. Like it was
we were so confused the whole time,
too
right?
opaque. Yeah.
But that was like, they were mysteries worth unraveling, and like eventually you know what's going on. But yeah, I mean, I just the over explaining in this really bugs me, and hearing like fake children voices always bugs me. But I'm in. We're doing this, and I'll stop bitching if you just get a billion comments saying that it's so annoying that I do that. But yeah, those are my main things about this show right now. I keep waiting for it to get super cool, and it's just, you know,
it makes sense because this is like around where you dropped off when you started watching it on your own a few years ago.
Yeah, 100%.
So it seems like this episode in particular at the time probably rubbed you the wrong way, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean this show's more about the plot and the world building, I would say, than so it is like a stark contrast to Utena than the kind of internal character dynamics. So it's a little more direct, but I don't know, it works for me. But again, I've seen the whole thing, so we'll see. I mean, I do think it is going to get, in my opinion, it does get pretty cool in terms of where the story goes. This is definitely still essentially what I would call the prologue, even.
Yeah, I feel you.
Of where it's going to go. But yeah, I think next time is going to be a big episode. If I remember now, I think it's got to be the one where shit gets real, potentially. I guess flying a little bit, but yeah, I think that's got to be the case, though. So I'm excited for that one. That's called Separate Destinations. So we will do that next and a Monday. But anything else to say about this one, Eric, or any other thoughts?
Nah, I mean, this episode said everything directly to the camera that I could possibly have had to say about it. Just excited to see Final Destination next week.
All right, Final Destination Brotherhood. We'll do it next time. But for now, we're out of here. Peace.
I've got it. Let's go.
Do you really have to drag me?